guys. Here we go. And set. Ready? And background and action.
I really wanted to have the opportunity to direct because it's just a position that allows me to use everything that I've learned over X number of years.
That camera pans over, finds her.
The reason this script really stood out for me was because its sense of humor is, I'm embarrassed to say, right in my wheelhouse.
What was your winning word?
It was autofellatio.
I don't really concern myself with where the line is. All I could do is honestly write what I would like to see.
I don't need to study, you need to study, because I'm gonna slaughter you like a sacred cow.
And it's up to brilliant minds like Jason and the audience to decide, oh, that's too far, because I don't have a barometer for it.
Get your shit together, chai latte, you dumb dick.
Mean stuff and dark stuff makes me laugh, as long as it's delivered in a way that is redeemable or comes from a place of ignorance as opposed to hatred. And that was kind of the obligation of whomever would play that main character, the one I ended up playing, because everyone else has said no.
What are you doing up on the stage, weirdo?
Your chair called me for help.
Guy, although he doesn't need to pull tricks to get ahead, he can't help himself. Give these back to your mother. It's kind of fish in a barrel. You know, if you want to get inside some kid's kitchen and he's in 8th grade, it's not heavy lifting. And good luck with the divorce. Most are very difficult.
When I got to sit down with Jason and we got to hone the script into being closer to Jason's voice, I mean, it was such a treat.
We needed a moment where Guy does something on stage to show that he's a badass or whatever. And in the script, it was, I think he was up there spelling a word. He grabs a martini, has a martini in his hand, and he finishes spelling the word. It was funny in the script, but I just said to Andrew, I feel like we can top this.
And we were brainstorming, and we thought, what would be the biggest nightmare for a tweeny girl on a public stage?
And I said, I've got a terrible idea, Andrew, and we're never gonna use, but I just started laughing, and he said, well, you gotta let me hear it. When you got up, I saw your adulthood.
Both of us were just going crazy with this idea. And then it hit us that here we are, two grown men, and we're high-fiving over the fact that we are gonna create a character and tear her apart over her first period. But after the high five and our little question of our moral compass, we were like, let's go, let's do it, let's do it.
Just keep thinking, these are not light pants.
Can't do this.
Okay, there she goes. She made it this far, though, huh?
Now, mind you, Guy is always provoked before he, with the exception of the girl who has the menstruation problem, he's usually provoked.
You're an asshole, that's all.
When provoked, he's like a dog that has not been properly trained. He will snap back, and he's gonna win. And go find that preteen cocksucker son of yours. You find him, I want you to stuff him back up your old blown-out sweat sock of a pussy, and then, excuse me. This is a spelling bee world, and I think it is safe to say that this is a somewhat eccentric group.
Your news. Enjoy. And this is her world. This is her life's work. She takes herself very seriously.
On your wife's birthday, does she get to wear the strap-on, or do you hog that thing 365?
Good day.
Slubberdegullion.
Slubberdegullion?
I know that definition. A wretched, dirty slob. Honestly, look at my hair. Like, this is a woman who is really fucking serious. This man called my beautiful baby boy a cocksucker, and I will not repeat what he said about my vagina. You see?
Okay.
No, no. I'm not gonna go. You guys, you're not gonna take me out. I'm not gonna walk it. No, you have to carry me out.
And then as they're lifting you up, great, yeah, now you're working for it, are you? You're a cocksucker just like he is.
You're gonna have to work for it, you cocksuckers, because I have a beautiful, young, fully elasticized vagina, and it is beautiful. And you all are cocksuckers. You take it out.
Oh my God, cut. One more. We cut. Cutting.
I believe the word was slubberdegullion.
Dactylogram. Floxenosiny. Hillypillification.
I don't remember any of the words. I just remember trying so hard to remember how to spell them. And the sad part is that they were all written on very big cards for me to read just behind camera, and I still couldn't get it.
Great.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, you kind of zip, find that.
Yeah, just a little one. And roll sound.
I'm also very interested in the visual component of directing. The fact that a director has the prerogative to really guide and lead that part of the execution. We are in the parking lot of college. We are doing donuts in a convertible Mustang. It's part of a best night ever montage, and I get to throw this car around. The engine is super powerful and fast, so I'm looking real studly to the crew here. I really look like I know what I'm doing. And it's gonna be an incredible sequence, and most importantly, the kid is having fun.
It was awesome.
Could you see anything?
Sort of.
He's the most cheerful, nice, smart kid. You're just like, man, this kid is great at 8 years old, and he's really talented to boot.
It's really fun doing the emotions, figuring out how to play the character. It's really cool.
It was an interesting process directing Rohan's performance.
Do it one more time, pal, and hold it down by your side, right? So I don't see it here until you give it to me. Just hold it down by your side, you know what I mean? Okay.
I started acting when I was 10, and I remember pretty clearly what it was like being on the set and how I liked to be treated as a kid. You want to feel like a peer, so you treat them a little bit like an adult.
Tilt your head and raise your eyebrows when she pulls them back, okay?
Show them some respect. You know, you're not showing them your favorite episode of The Wire.
All I can say is you're welcome.
For what?
Hit it.
So we have that scene, and the kid is the wiser, and his father can thank me later.
6, 7, 8.
But it was done in a very tasteful way, and Rohan didn't even need to be there for the coverage on the classy lady who played the prostitute.
Nice.
How much to touch him?
Yeah, he's nutso. I'm really intimidated by him. We don't have any scenes together, but he scares the shit out of me.
I get to keep chasing at the ball in the balls.
Leg on the back. That's it.
You don't want to use your toe to do it. Really long.
Jason was amazing to work with as a director. Because he's been acting most of his life, he's really empathetic to actors. And like, he just lets us have it. Like, we don't really actually talk that much. He trusts that I've done the work myself at home. Like, he doesn't have to walk me through what we want or what, like, we just kind of come to it as professionals.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Do not look at me.
Okay.
First of all, this is not from personal experience at all, okay?
Do not look at me. Do not.
You're fucking staring at me, you know, it's kind of creepy.
That's the scene we're talking about. I made the decision early on that we're gonna do this with our clothes on, so we don't have to do any camera tricks. That hand's gotta come down.
All right.
Just in case we see it. And there needed to be some vigorous activity.
Action.
It took me about 4 or 5 takes to realize that the only way to get the vigorous action done in a way that is respectable to my longtime friend, Katherine Hahn, would be to put a pillow between our pelvic regions and then have at it.
You say when you're set, sir.
Yeah, that's good.
Is this okay, guys?
Yeah, that's good. And set.
Action.
Guy's got a bit of a rabbit technique, and she has to say things like, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me!
Don't look at me, don't look at me, which suggested a rhythm.
Yep. Sorry, let me do it one more time. So sorry, immature.
So there needed to be a pillow there. And we got a pillow there, and then things just kind of took care of themselves.
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's an unbelievable piece of writing, but that being said, everyone's been very open about going off the page. I don't know how much we'll use, but we go off the page a lot.
Action.
You know, you have problems, guy. Real problems.
You're the one with the problem. You have to be blindfolded to get off. That's a problem.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, guy. I just didn't want to look in your dead shark eyes.
You know, maybe I didn't want to look at your dumb squirrel face.
I wouldn't let your skinny cock near my pussy again if you paid me $1 million.
I'm glad we have the whole second floor.
I just knew that he was going to bring some real intelligence to this material and that it was going to be really grounded and real.
I love working with Jason. He has a lot of faith in actors. He gives you the ball, and it's up to you to get it rolling, and he basically supports whatever choices you make.
He's very confident and very sexy.
He's great. You know, can you imagine if I was just like, he's a bastard. I liked him, and then I met him here, and he's a bastard. No, he's really smart, The directing, it's kind of second nature to him. He's able to tell you exactly what he wants you to do really quickly, which is, as an actor, what you want out of every director.
The part about directing that really stood out for me is the part that I had hoped would stand out for me, which was this incredible sense of privilege to be responsible for all of these skilled technicians and craftsmen that make up a film crew.
Ready? Okay, cut.
And it's something I really, really wanted to challenge myself with for a lot of years. And to have the opportunity to do that and to have it come out close to what I always dreamed it would be was just one of the greatest things in my life.